I don't think Drake could have done anything to win this beef with Kendrick Lamar, and Kendrick Lamar most likely knew that before he even mentioned Drake and J. Cole in that Like That diss. Now hold your horses, let me explain myself. I know a lot of you guys are like, oh, this guy's just a Kendrick laser, he loves Kendrick Lamar so much, but I genuinely think that it would be incredibly difficult for Drake to stand a chance in this beef, and I'm gonna justify my case as much as I can in this video. But before we do that, get your cranberry juice, get your Cheerios, and consider subscribing because I upload videos just like this 2 times a week. Drake did nearly everything perfect. He mentioned something that wasn't a public topic about Kendrick Lamar giving his label 50% of the profit that he made due to a deal that he signed with them. He even tried to disarm Kendrick Lamar by bringing up topics that Kendrick could have brought up, and brought up the fact that Kendrick was taking too long to respond by dropping a back-to-back diss track against him with the track Taylor Made. And I think that track was incredible, and I think both of the Drake disses were actually really good. I don't think he could have done a lot better to diss Kendrick Lamar. But with all that precision that Drake had while making these diss tracks, Kendrick Lamar just has something that he doesn't, and that is the respect of the entire music industry. And bro, his catalog of music, it's been near perfect with a ton of depth and meaning in all of his music, and because of that, everybody's gonna be quick to side with Kendrick Lamar no matter what happens, just because Drake's a lot easier to hate as an artist and Kendrick's a lot easier to respect. I even heard some Kendrick Lamar fans say that he did not need to respond because the Like That was enough. Bro, I completely disagree with that. I'm really glad that Kendrick responded, but saying Like That tops all the stuff that Drake put out is low-key a little bit delusional. I'm not gonna lie, because Push-Ups and Taylor Made Freestyle or Taylor Made This were pretty good in my opinion. But regardless, everybody was bound to side with Kendrick Lamar from the get-go, to be honest. We all knew Kendrick was gonna drop something high quality. Like, even before he dropped it, everybody knew that he would find a way to clutch up, bro. Like, I personally was sitting there listening to his music, and I'm like, yeah, this new Drake song is incredible, don't get me wrong, but I know for a fact that Kendrick Lamar is about to come back with something crazy. And he did. So we're going to talk about some of these things that he says, and I'm going to start off with the fact that Drake said it was a 20v1, and Kendrick Lamar is now saying it's more of a 1v20 because he has to fight all of Drake's ghostwriters, which, fair enough, bro. It probably is one of the biggest reasons why Kendrick Lamar took so long to respond to the 2 disses that Drake put out, was because of the fact that he has a bunch of stuff to do, and I know Drake has a bunch of stuff to do too, but Drake has like an army of 25 ghostwriters probably just sitting at his house chilling there, typing stuff down like, oh, Kendrick's really gonna hit if we say this, oh, Kendrick's cooked if we say that. But yeah, bro, Kendrick also brings up the fact that he's a better father than Drake, which is fair enough because he also brings up Pusha T on this song, and Pusha T was the one who actually kind of revealed the fact that Drake had a kid and was trying to be a deadbeat dad to the public. And bro, he dissed him so hard that he brought that kid back into his life, and I think that's genuinely wild in my opinion. That's crazy. He also brings up the fact that J. Cole and Drake kept like patting each other on the back on stage, saying that they were hugging and kissing on stage, so they can't really be a part of like the GOAT contest because it's just Big Him. You know what I'm saying? This is just Big Him. However, something that I did not like was the fact that Kendrick Lamar uses the Melly bars. Like everybody brings up YNW Melly nowadays, and Kendrick Lamar saying that he was gonna kill Drake and J. Cole essentially, like YNW Melly did his friends, was kind of a weird bar in my opinion because it low-key just felt incredibly unneeded. He also threw a bunch of shots at Drake's fake accent though, which I thought were pretty funny. As well as when he sees Drake and Sexy Red next to each other, he's seeing 2 baddies. And I mean, shout out Drake, I guess, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Drake for being a baddie. And I'm very proud of Drake for being for getting this status. Kendrick Lamar thinks he's attractive. Kendrick also brings up the fact that Lil Yachty cannot give Drake swag just because he's friends with them, which scared me because I thought he was gonna diss Yachty, but unfortunately Yachty's fire, so Kendrick Lamar had to spare him. Know what I'm saying? He had to stop talking about him a little bit. He was like, yeah, Yachty's cool, but you're not Yachty. Also, apparently Drake sent a cease and desist on the Like That record, which is apparently Drake's just sending out cease and desists like he's best friends with his lawyer at this point. Like, he literally loves sending out cease and desists, which again kind of makes Drake look silly for constantly trying to sue people. But the last thing I'm going to talk about here is that Kendrick Lamar said Drake's six-pack is fake, and that his stomach is just fake, and his fans are gonna have to accept the fact that he's a fake six-pack. And man, it's very unfortunate. But with that being said, Like That was kind of a warm-up diss. Push-Ups and Tailor Made were a little bit more of a heated up, but low-key still a warm-up diss. And then we finally get to this Kendrick Lamar diss, which was a full-on, like, I hate you, Drake, I hate everything about you, which he says a lot on this song, which I really enjoyed him saying that he hated Drake. He also said that he can't say the N-word anymore, which is wild. It's wild. But with that being said, who knows, bro? If Drake keeps playing his cards right like he did at the beginning of this diss, he could possibly stand a chance against Kendrick. But everybody's backing Kendrick Lamar, as we've seen, bro. Everybody's way quicker to side with Kendrick Lamar than they are Drake. But at the beginning of all these disses, when Drake put out Tailor Made, that was when a lot of people were starting to, like, low-key think about the fact that Drake was kind of winning the beef. Like, he 20v1'd, and the only person who could really stop his diss tracks was Kendrick Lamar, bro. And Kendrick Lamar ended up fully doing that, bro. He did an incredible job at rebuttaling the rebuttal that Drake had, which was, by the way, an incredible rebuttal that Drake wrote, or maybe his ghostwriters wrote, I guess. I don't know.